Hello, I'm here with the first teacher from Mexico. He's my friend, Chuy English on TikTok. How are you today, sir?
Hey there, thank you very much for the invitation and for having me here with you. I'm very glad, and I wasn't thinking that I could be in an interview so fast, right? When I just started the TikTok account, I didn't think this, but I'm glad to. I'm very happy to have this opportunity.
So, could you tell us a little bit about your personal background in teaching? How did you start learning English? Why?
All right, well, just when I was studying at the university yet,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I had the opportunity. Well, some of my friends needed some help with some English lectures or English texts,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to help them. All right, just to take the books or take the PDF files,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to help them with the meaning of it. And these actions were to have a better study. All
Mm-hmm.
right, for example, maybe an exam was about to be or something like that, and we had to read something in English, something very complex. I mean, a lot of or several words, several pages.
Mm-hmm.
So they used to ask me about the meaning of it, and sometimes I made a summary
Mm-hmm.
of these lectures. So I had to learn a lot of vocabulary, to learn a lot of expressions, and to do that effort to help my the people from my classroom. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the help that I gave them.
Mm-hmm. And when have you fallen in love with the English language?
I didn't know that I like so much to teach English specifically.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't thinking about become a teacher when I finished the university. But
Mm-hmm.
right now, I think that this teaching or this English lesson that I'm having now and the videos and all that, I
Mm-hmm.
think that that is going to help me a lot, and I want to take this road. All right, I don't want
Mm-hmm.
to quit. I just want to continue teaching and see what happens. I don't know. I can't. I don't want to imagine what could happen, but I think this is a good road
Mm-hmm.
to keep going.
And when have social medias come to you?
Well, I met a person that she told me about the TikTok platform. Well, I already knew it before, of course. I already knew it from before, and I used to see videos on TikTok since, well, before I started working on it. But this friend that I met, she started to tell me that she used to do videos in
Mm-hmm.
English, and
Mm-hmm.
she started to have a lot of new students online, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I just was when she told me that, I realized that this could be a good opportunity for me too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so well, I I bought this lights, special lights to the videos and all that. And when I record the first one, I figured out that it wasn't so bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, well, I can continue doing this, and that was the first video story. When I uploaded,
Mm-hmm.
I made a little edit to it, and when I uploaded, I thought, well, this is good. You can continue doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one was the same. I just wait a day. At the next day, I record another one,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought that it was good. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't receive. I don't. I'm not sure. I don't know how to. I don't know how to. Uh, what is necessary to say that a video was successful.
Mm-hmm.
But well, at the beginning, I was wanting to have a lot of likes and views and all that. but I didn't do nothing different, and I just uploaded the second video. I didn't receive the likes that I wanted. Okay, even was one of the videos that I uploaded and less people watched it. Okay, but anyway, I just continue with the third one and the fourth one, the fifth one. I've uploaded the three at the same time. And I didn't pay attention to the TikTok account anymore. I remember that I went to a house, a friend's house, and just the next day, I just took a review of it, and I realized that the three videos that I just recently uploaded gained a lot of views and a lot of likes. So I was surprised, gladly surprised, right? Like, all right, well, this is working, and this, I think this motivated to me, and that's why I kept recording, and I just want to continue. I want to have some, maybe I want to open a YouTube channel in the future, but once I feel ready, once I feel prepared, and once I have the TikTok account, like how can I tell you this, more solid, in a more solid way, and once I have it solid, I think I can start to think about a YouTube account next.
When I saw your video on TikTok, I said, this guy is very talented. When did you come to senses you had blown up on TikTok?
I used to record videos on TikTok before, since the pandemic. Since the pandemic started, I discovered the application, as a lot of people did. So I just downloaded, and I made an account, and I started to see videos and laugh, and all these crazy videos that used to be on TikTok, and all the trends and all that. And I used to do them too, but not anything related with the English teaching. Nothing at all. Just funny videos. I used to record funny videos for the people who knows me and everything. But never I didn't even think about. I didn't think about any teaching lessons or any teaching videos. I was thinking of just had some fun and all that. And I recorded these videos, and I had a lot of fun moments, and the people who knows me too. But it was like the last year, like in like in December or November, that I met this person, and she told me about the opportunities on TikTok if I focus on something related with English teaching. Obviously, I didn't want to use my old account, so I decided to make a new one. Specialized on English teaching. So that's how I started. And well, let me tell you that I didn't at this moment I didn't earn any extra income by TikTok, but I'm on the way. All right, it's not about income. I think it's about getting ready for start a group to learn English together. Once I have it, I'm gonna start to promote myself on TikTok and my classes and all that. But I didn't think about it yet. Okay. Yeah.
And as an English teacher, what do you like most to teach out of the four abilities? Which is your favorite one?
My pronunciation isn't perfect. I know that I have a lot to improve yet, but I like to teach this to people, some tips, some pronunciation tips. All right. For example, when I give some classes sometimes, and I think one of the first exercises that I do when I teach classes online to a new
The
person or a
PBT.
new course is this pronunciation skills. I try to tell them that it's very important to open the mouth correctly and get used to the movements that are not very common that people do in Spanish when they talk. Okay,
Yes.
when they talk in English, they have to make a lot of different moves on their jaws. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is the little tips that
Mm-hmm.
I give them.
We use
Please,
other muscles and we have to train our brain and our mouth to make the correct sounds.
exactly, that's right.
Yeah.
And this is very important that I think that, for
Mm-hmm.
example, I used to tell them that your mouth has to hurt a little bit
Yeah.
the next day, like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
what's I having a joke,
Yeah.
a joke in I'm injury or whatever,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but it's just that their
Mm-hmm.
mouths are getting used to.
Yeah. And when you were studying English, were you a very good student since the very beginning?
Well, actually, I didn't receive any English education
Mm-hmm.
since I was like 10 years old. I was studying in a good elementary school
Yes.
when they used to have English all days,
Mm-hmm.
okay, 2 hours per day,
Mm-hmm.
but only 2 years of my life. But
Mm-hmm.
I think those 2 years were very helpful for me.
Yes.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
well, now that, or well, before I didn't think like this, but
Mm-hmm.
now that I'm older and now that
Mm-hmm.
I can, well, how can I tell you, I look backward now, I noticed that those 2 years were very important.
Mm-hmm.
And also those 2 years, and then I stopped.
Mm-hmm.
That's a reality. I stopped
Mm-hmm.
to learn any more English in the
Mm-hmm.
middle school
Mm-hmm.
and less in the high school. But when I started to when I started the university, that's where I read a lot of books in English, PDF files, books, white papers. A lot of content in English because the career that I studied is
Mm-hmm.
international relations.
Oh,
So
that's why. That's
yeah,
why you're so intelligent.
there is a
Mm-hmm.
lot of lectures in
Yeah.
English.
Mm-hmm.
And well, if you don't know how to speak or
Yeah.
if you don't understand, you're gonna
Yeah.
get behind the rest of your
Mm-hmm.
classmates
Mm-hmm.
because they are going to understand what they're reading and you
Yeah.
don't. So I
Mm-hmm.
started to read and use a
Mm-hmm.
translator and read
Mm-hmm.
again and ask for help,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, to some of your classmates, of
Yeah.
my classmates, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And this, and well, of course, since
Mm-hmm.
I got in the enterprise that I'm, well, in the school where I'm work now, where I
Mm-hmm.
work, I think that part was very important to me to improve my English since the pandemic.
Mm-hmm. So what do you teach in that school that you work for now?
Well, I decided to have a job where I could rest Saturdays and Sundays. All right. And I I was I knew
Mm-hmm.
that teachers used to rest Saturdays and Sundays,
Sunday.
right? That's right. And even I wanted to have a morning job.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, well, one of the possibilities that I thought that time was to be a teacher. So I just left my CV on, like, in several schools, like in three, and one of them called to me, and this is the one that I'm still working now. And I didn't know the same. Well, I didn't. Well, I wasn't at the same level that I'm now.
Mm-hmm.
And when I started to work in it, I
Mm-hmm.
started like a teacher aide. All right. I wasn't a official teacher. I didn't have any group.
Mm-hmm.
I started as a teacher aide, but
Mm-hmm.
well, the reality is that I had to help a lot of my teacher friends from the school, and I took their classes. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
as a teacher.
So
So
you have two jobs.
I used to have online classes,
Yes.
and yes, I have the school job too. I
What is a memorable moment that you have since you started being a teacher that you could share with us?
Yeah, well, I think since the pandemic started, I had to start speaking English the whole class. I used to do it before when I
Mm-hmm.
was before the pandemic physically with my students in the same classroom.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do it, but it's I think that is a like a private place,
Mm-hmm.
and you can feel more comfortable to speak English with them because they are your students. And maybe if you commit a mistake, you're not gonna feel bad. All right,
Mm-hmm.
well,
Mm-hmm.
just skip it in that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
when you are online and you are aware that maybe
Mm-hmm.
the family of your students or a lot of different people, uh, uh, plus the students are gonna hear you,
Mm-hmm.
maybe that I think the moment in that moment it started to um, make me feel embarrassed or
Yeah.
like shy. But well, there wasn't any alternative, so
Mm-hmm.
I had to start to speak English almost the whole class, not the whole class because even the students are not going to understand to you,
Yeah.
but I tried it.
Yes.
And when I tried it and I started to speak English as much as I could, I realized that I was improving a lot. I was, well, I can do it. I didn't know that
Mm-hmm.
I can stand the whole class speaking English. So those classes, the first months, were like very new for me in that way, in the way that I
Mm-hmm.
realized myself that
Mm-hmm.
I was able
Mm-hmm.
to speak English the whole class and continue doing it for more time.
What is the advice that you give my audience to keep motivated to study English or any other foreign language?
We all know what is our main motivation, all right, when we study a new language.
Mm-hmm.
But I think how to keep it, how to keep motivated. I don't know if keeping motivated is the way. I think if they keep practicing and they keep studying, may even when they are not motivated, if they keep doing it, they're gonna reach it. As
Mm-hmm.
anything in life, they're gonna learn even if
Yeah.
they don't want.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think the best advice is to keep practicing and keep studying, even
Mm-hmm.
if they don't feel motivated. To turn your English classes or your English learning a habit is going to be, I
Mm-hmm.
want to tell them to keep practicing, even if they don't want.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are going to be some times that they are going to feel better. Well, like, oh, God, I realize that I'm better now than I
Yeah.
used to be before. And those moments, those little moments, is the best motivation that they can receive.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Well, I think now we can go to the rapid round game, the game that
All right.
everybody loves. All right.
Yeah.
English for me is
A great way of life.
TikTok for me is
A great way to show yourself to the world.
international relations.
Sometimes complicated, but very interesting to know. Improvement. Yeah.
Nice.
Improvement could
Nice.
be. Yeah.
Nice. Friends are.
Very important to turn life lighter.
My family is.
A motivation too.
Mexico is.
I love Mexico. I love the way that people used to be. I love the way that we are not so complicated. Mexican people is not complicated to talk to, and we are not stacked with religion issues or political issues. we used to be free on our minds. Well, a little bit, but we used to be some nice people, and you can talk with Mexican people without feeling like judged or
Mm-hmm.
observed. All
Mm-hmm.
right,
Yeah.
I think you get me.
Yes, of course. If you had to describe yourself in one word, that word would be?
Irreverent.
Mm-hmm.
Irreverent. All right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice.
That,
Now you can ask me the questions.
all right. Can you describe all this English process in one word?
A lovely journey.
Your teacher mood in one word?
Someone who is passionate about helping other people to crack a code.
How do you describe the future of English learning in one word?
That's a very good question. The
Yeah.
future of English learning in one word. Hybrid lessons.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. What is the word in English that you hate the most?
I hate
Yeah.
people that hate. For every guest, I have a sentence, a quote, a takeaway. And you are far too young. I thought that you were awesome, and you really are.
Thank,
Never give up. No matter what the obstacle is, Chuy. I started teaching, I was 17 to 18 years old. When you want to come down to Brazil to visit me, you're more than welcome to come.
oh, the same to you
You
when you
know,
decide to come. Thank you.
it was a huge pleasure to have you for this interview. His contact details are going to be in the description down below. I hope you liked this interview as much as I did. Chuy, once again, thank you so very much for doing this interview, for taking your time. I know that you're very busy as well. Thank you so much. Bye bye, Chuy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you too. And thank you for the opportunity. I
It
appreciate
was a
it.
pleasure. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Hello, it's Rod's friend here, Gino from Real Everyday English. Sorry for interrupting your video. I just want to make a quick recommendation that you subscribe to Rodrigo's channel. He's an amazing guy, he's so humble, he's so dedicated, and he creates absolutely fantastic content. Sorry for interrupting your video. Don't forget to subscribe. See you people soon. Bye bye. God bless.